Hello, I'm Jim MacDonald. I'm the founder, owner of the hemp company Dublin, and after that we started Get Up and Grow Dublin and Cork. I'm 74 years of age, and I'm having a laugh. In 1998 I was in the clothing business, and I was trying to make some money for myself and for Friends of the Earth, launching a range of t-shirts in Grafton Street, and I was using grey state cotton, which is cream colour, no dye, no bleach, and I thought it was a little bit ahead of the curve. I had a blow-up globe outside HMV record shop taken up the centre of the road, doing a little promo on it, and some guy walked up out of the blue and said, what about other natural fibres like hemp and wool? And I'd never heard of hemp in 1998, you know, and yet I'd been working in a family sweatshop, you might say, sewn from the age of 6, with all kinds of materials. And I wasn't aware of the 50,000 products you can make from it then. Like the big thing with hemp at the moment is CBD, but there's also like body care, there's building materials. Like I wear hemp now. I've refurbished my house with hemp plaster, hempcrete extension, a float of hempcrete on the concrete floor, hemp fibre under the slates 8 inches. It looks like rock wool, but the difference is you can rub your face with it.
Yes.
So it was that was a spark, this guy coming up out of the blue and saying, what about other natural fibres? So that set me on the trail to Amsterdam, to Hempworks, a shop that was there. It's no more now, brilliant shop. I'm still doing business with the guys. A clothing brand called Hoodlum. It's now Fresh Hemp. But they also are the guys who own TH Seeds, a seed bank that I sell their seeds, and they supply me genetics from my own seed bank. So they also gave me good direction when they were making clothes. That's why I hit on them, you know. I wanted to find more fabric. How do you get this together, you know?
Sure.
And they gave me a flyer for a trade fair in Germany in 1999, Hanif in Germany, and I ended up buying like a hemp mattress, hemp deck chairs, hemp food, hemp clothes, hemp beer, hemp liqueur. So I was blown away with the whole thing. Hemp, it turns out, is our best tool to fight climate change. You can feed yourself, clothe yourself, shelter yourself, and medicate yourself. So, you know, why they don't want us to use it and why they suppress it, it's not correct, you know. It's the best way to put it. My background, as I said, is the rag trade. It's through that I got into the hemp business, looking for hemp clothes, and I find 50,000 products you can make from hemp. Like, I don't know if I'm correct, but my understanding is that when man, it goes back this far, stopped being a hunter-gatherer, the first plant they did was hemp, because they get so much from it. Like, there's a documentary, The Hemp Revolution, and there's a Nepalese section in it where this village is cited as an example of sustainable living. And they grow right up in the mountains. The only thing they grow is mainly cannabis, because rice won't grow at that level. But they swap some of the seed with the rice farmers lower down the mountains. They in turn bring some of it down to Kathmandu, where they make a relish. So it's all these little bits of information came to me to make me understand how beneficial, important it is, good it is. The best way to understand it is we can get the shelter, the clothes, the food, and the medicine.
Right.
So what plant gives you those 4? I'm a Dubliner that had the first 10 years of my life was pretty stressful in that my father with 9 children went bankrupt in his business, and we ended up going to London. He ended up going on his own. Then my mother with the baby went to join him, and then I arrived with my brother, my younger brother, so third youngest, on the mailboat to London to catch up with them. So, you know, but I am a Dubliner, and in turn, before we moved, I lived, at least 10 places in Dublin. The sadness of seeing our own Irish people, like drug addicts, homeless, they're not being given, they haven't been given a fair shake. Well, I used to be very much into the pub scene and the music. That is still, you know, what I like about Dublin. You know, there's a great art side to Dublin. Like Johnny and Jordan in the back office upstairs, they're members of Lorraine Club, and they're an up-and-coming band, you know. So, you know, music and it goes with the whole thing.
And I was blown away to hear that you're 74. Sure, I'm not surprised you're still listening to music.
Well, I tell you what really helps me. I have this Brompton bike I bought in Holland, and I recently upgraded a Switch electric kit.
Okay.
So I feel like I'm cheating going up hills, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, it really keeps you on your toes. It's great for keeping you sharp, getting around in the traffic and not getting killed. You know, you have to be good at it. So yeah, it keeps the sharp. I have to take more of my own products, and I've started doing that. Like the cold pressed hemp seed oil, a bottle of that, take a swig every morning. It's amazing for you. The hemp hearts in your porridge, you know, I'm doing that. Yeah, it's fantastic. Like I'm actually got a great thing I'm working on at the moment with the Moroccan restaurant up the street. I suggested to them that they used hemp seed, and I put it to the Moroccan restaurant that, you know, this might be good for your business. And after saying that to him the other night, I went and Googled hemp seed in Moroccan food recipes, and it's in everything.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's in everything.
Did he not know?
No, he didn't know.
Wow.
No, they were saying, look, is it a drug? You know.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not. Like it's protein. It's the protein in the hemp seed is equal to red meat, fish, chicken. You know.
Yeah. So let's take a look at some of your products.
Yeah, sure. Well,
see what.
We'll go a little wander around.
Yeah.
Well, you've got body care. Like this is an Irish company. We're promoting and helping her develop her Mother Roots, it's called.
Right.
CBD face cream. This is a brand I've been buying since I started 20 odd years. An English fellow, Tim, friend of mine, Timbo.
Yes.
It's called Yayo. I don't know if you know Yayo, the word.
Yayo,
but he got into trouble over Yayo years ago, so he said, I'm never going to get into trouble again.
It was a slang for cocaine.
Yeah. So Timbo got into trouble with Yayo, but he's gone on the straight and narrow. 20 years he's making this brand, and it's really good, you know. Conditioner,
it's called
shampoo.
Yayo.
It's called Yayo, yeah.
I see. And everything I can see here is made from hemp.
See the Yayo here. Everything is made from hemp, yeah.
Incredible. And you've got protein. I saw.
Well, the food here. This is the oil, like this cold pressed hemp oil. You take a drink of that like you would cod liver oil.
Oh, I see.
This is better. This is like quite amazing. Every morning, if you take a little teaspoonful of that, then you've got your hearts, whole hearts. These are the seeds, right?
Yes.
And as I said, the seeds are actually classed as a fruit. They're so good for us.
Yes.
They're classed as a nut. Although you say to people a nut, oh, I'm allergic to nuts, but it is a seed, but it's classed as a nut.
Right.
It won't have the same problem with people with seed problems.
If people were allergic to nuts, would that be a problem for them?
No, that'd be okay for them.
Okay.
That's it.
Oh, that's interesting.
And this is the hemp nut with the shell taken off.
Right.
You call that hemp hearts is one term.
Right.
And you know, giving it the name hemp hearts, it means that, you know, it gives you an idea that it's so good, important, they are hard.
Yes.
Or hemp pearls, somebody else calls them, to, you know, give you some idea how valuable they are. So out of the seed you can get the oil, the hearts, the protein. There's a hemp flour as well that we normally stock. This is a range of hemp bars from a Canadian company making them in Romania.
So these are all a full spectrum oil.
Right.
They are 8% and 0.02 THC. They all come in different flavors. So we have mint, lemon, and then original. And we also have a CBG, which is really great for the gut.
Right.
And then down here we have a broad spectrum oil, so they range from a 5% all the way to a 20%. So broad spectrum means
of CBD,
yes.
That would be.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your name?
Haley.
Haley, nice to meet you.
So yeah, they range from a 5% all the way to a 20%, and broad spectrum just means that THC is being taken out.
I see. Okay, wonderful. What's this used for? Anything and everything, is it?
It balances whatever is unbalanced.
So it's holistic.
It's holistic.
Right. Yes.
To get to the problem. I had 3 styles in this jacket. This is one of them here.
Yeah.
Like, you know, again, denim is cotton.
Right.
And you know, as I said earlier, cotton is killing the planet.
Right.
You know, they're mixing hemp with organic cotton, which is getting there a little bit better. But again, you know, there's no need for it. You can grow hemp and treat it and process it properly, you know.
Yes.
But this is one style. This is another. We've 3 styles in this jacket. This is another one. See, yeah, this is like your traditional jean jacket. Finish and machinery that they have. You know, like again here, the pockets detail they have. There's my logo there.
Yes,
I've patented this in Europe.
That's the infinity logo you're saying.
Yeah. Like when you propagate a seed, you get the infinity, like as 2 round leaves,
Yes.
and then you get these leaves. But anyway, this here, like the work that's in it, like there's a foam pocket and there's another big pocket on both sides. So, you know, you're walking around, you don't need a bag really with these.
It feels really good.
Yeah, it's beautiful next to your skin. You know, one of the properties of hemp is that it dissipates the sweat, you know.
Right.
It doesn't stick to it. You don't need to wash it enough is one thing. So you don't need much water to care for it. That's hemp and cotton. And the wool inside, they call it vegan lamb's wool. And we have Julian here, who's an expert on our seeds.
Hey, Julian.
It's going to be the recommended way to deliver medical cannabis is vaporizing.
Yes.
It's healthier, you get better value from it. There's no combustion, there's convection.
Right.
It's like putting it in an oven and you just get the vapor off. Like you can turn this on, have a little hit and turn it off, empty it so it's not smelly,
Right.
and then turn it on again when you have the
Oh, I didn't realize. I thought you had to go all the way.
No.
with it. That's what you can do. Okay.
Vera Toomey, you've heard of her name, the lady that walked from Cork to get medicinal cannabis for her daughter.
Right.
Well, Vera Ava Barry, the daughter, she'd been sent home by the hospital authorities because they'd given her all the medication that they could, everything they had, and it had done damage to all her vital organs. And so the picture was, will we just go again? Or send her home and make her comfortable? We can't do anything for her. It turns out that we were selling a product called Charlotte's Web, called after a little girl, Charlotte Figge, in Colorado, who suffered from Dravet syndrome. And that's what Ava Barry had. So Vera and Paul, her partner, drove up from Cork with the daughter. After the long drive, she wasn't responsive. And we gave her a bottle of Charlotte's Web Advanced. And Vera acknowledged, and it did my business benefit, and we're trusted as the oldest trusted supplier on the market, I think. But she did acknowledge that the first 11 months of Ava's return to health was down to the hemp company and Charlotte's Web Advanced. It's after that, like as I said, it reduced her seizures by 90%, but Vera knew she needed to go and get some THC more than what was in Charlotte's Web, which she has done. So
How's the young girl doing?
she's back at school, fantastic, you know. And there's a sad story about little Charlotte Figge. She was back at school fine, but she passed away with COVID. The likes of Ava Barry and seizures and treating them with cannabis. Dr. William Brooke O'Shaughnessy, who introduced cannabis to the Western world, he was a Limerick man, and reputedly a couple of his patients mentioned one was Queen Victoria for menstrual pain, and the other was a little 40-day-old infant with seizures. So they've known this treatment since 1847 thereabouts. And you know why it isn't, there's a lot of people suffering because of the restriction and the that cannabis is not available.
Would you like to see the legalisation in Dublin someday for at least the medical marijuana?
Well, look, at my attitude is like adult choice, and I don't think there should be any. I think it should be hands off, like we're adults, you know.
Yes.
You know, the difference between stoners and alcoholics. Stoners, you know, they're nice people, they hold down a job. Alcoholics, they die off.
Yeah.
I mean, I know, I just said I'm 74. The amount of people that have wasted a bag of bones from drinking.
Well, Jim, best of luck for the rest of 2022. Thanks.
Not at all, and best of luck to you too, Paul. You know,
Thank you, bro.
yeah.
And thank you for agreeing to do this and sharing who Jim is with culture.
No worries. Pleasure.